What's up, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. As you can see, we upgraded the production here. Camera, you're going to see the film looks a lot better as well. So please continue to show support on these videos so I can continue to improve production. But today, we're going to watch Kenneth Walker. And if you're like me, when the Seahawks made this pick, you were a little bit confused. They have Rashaad Penny. They have Chris Carson. I know they've both been hurt, but you figure one of those guys is going to work out. They have much bigger needs than another running back right now. But they went with Kenneth Walker, so I wanted to dive a little bit deeper to see why they did that. And oh my gosh, this guy is special. Like, it blew me out of the water. And I think the biggest thing that I noticed is the combination of strength and power coming out of cuts, vision, and then just overall explosiveness and quickness. It's really unmatched. I think Breece Hall is up there with him, but I don't think a lot of other running backs coming out of this class are like Kenneth Walker. I understand why he got picked, and let's get into the film. So what I mentioned earlier was Kenneth Walker putting together vision, explosiveness, and really just power in terms of his cut all into one play. And you're going to see it here probably more than anywhere else, right? There's going to be a small hole that opens up on the right. It's not a crazy sized hole, but it's big enough for him to run through, and all he's going to do is put his left foot in the ground, plant off of it, explode out, and get 10 yards. A lot of running backs in the NFL today cannot explode that fast out of a cut. Now, he's in college. He's young. His body's great. In 10 years, I don't know if that'll be the case. But if you're looking at it from the Seahawks' point of view, you got to take him, right? You want that explosive player in a zone-driven scheme. You got to take him. You're going to see it again here, the patience, right? Gets stopped up. Boom. Explodes out. You can see off of his right foot right there. Explodes out. Bounces out by Aiden Hutchinson. Cuts it back up the field. And he's gone. He's going to score a touchdown. He also has a decent amount of breakaway speed. That's what I noticed. But a good running back, a second-round pick running back, really should have that speed. And Walker is no exception, to be honest with you. And as you guys have seen from special running backs in the NFL like Alvin Kamara, Nick Chubb, Dalvin Cook, Jonathan Taylor, and even Derrick Henry to an extent, the combination of vision, the ability to plant off of a foot, and breakaway speed is what makes a running back really special. You're going to see right here, Kenneth Walker is in between two defenders, right? He's going to bounce it outside both of them. If you were to look at this play, half the running backs in college football probably put their head down between that little crack and try to get like 2 or 3 more yards. Kenneth Walker does not do that. Kenneth Walker is going to go bounce it outside both these guys, literally make them run into each other and go get 10 yards and a first down. That's the difference between good and great running backs. And if you're like me, you probably have seen this somewhere else. It's Saquon Barkley. Now, I'm not comparing him to Saquon Barkley, but they share a lot of the same traits. That ability to bounce it to the outside, that ability to break tackles. Now, what separates Saquon from Kenneth Walker is the ability to do this, kind of plant his foot in the ground, make somebody else miss, somebody else miss, somebody else miss, and go score a touchdown. But Kenneth Walker has that ability to bounce it to the outside, and it reminds me a lot of Saquon Barkley at Penn State. Kenneth Walker also has an incredible center of gravity. That's what makes him so great, I think. The ability to stop on a dime is because he has such a good center of gravity. You're going to see him getting chased down by 12 on Michigan here, and he's just going to stop. Just like that. You're going to see his right foot planted in the ground in a second here. He's just going to stop on a dime, throw him off of him. Look at his right foot. That is stuck in the ground. He's not going anywhere. He's going to cut this up and get 10 more yards. But I think the most noteworthy thing about Kenneth Walker is his ability to take those same skills into the fourth quarter without missing a beat. You're going to see a hole open up here. It's a big hole. It's going to get 15, 20 yards. Some running backs in the fourth quarter will take those 15, 20 yards, get caught. He's not getting caught. His team is down. He's going to burst through this hole. He's going to step off that foot again, explode through in the fourth quarter after taking double-digit carries and not look any different. He's not going to get caught. He's going to take this to the house. He's going to get Michigan State back in the game. After this, they'd score a 2-point conversion and tie the game at 30. Again, the ability to finish in the fourth quarter. Down by 3, I believe, at this point. A hole is going to open up in the middle for Walker. This is a small hole, but he's going to stay low. You're going to see he's going to have this little jump step that gets him through that tiny, tiny hole. He gets out of the hole and stays with that same center of gravity. Catch it again. He's going to stay on that right foot and explode out. This is the fourth quarter, double-digit touches. He's not missing a beat. He's exploding through the hole, and he's finishing, most of all. He's finishing for his team, giving his team the lead in the fourth quarter. He stays the same, first to fourth. He gets better as time goes on, much like a guy like Derrick Henry. And for these clips right here, I don't need to say much. Not many running backs in the NFL can make a move like that. That takes some serious awareness. That takes some serious skill. It takes some serious confidence. And another thing you're going to notice after this guy completely gets put in a blender is Kenneth Walker's situational awareness, right? They're up by 4, I believe. They're trying to ice the game. You'll see the blender here, spin cycle, whatever you want to call it. They're trying to ice the game. He breaks this runoff, and he stays in bounds. So as you guys can see, the pick does make sense to an extent. If they're talking best player available, when they were picking, he probably was, right? He's an extremely special talent. He's a creature. He's durable. He's quick. He puts everything together, and as the game goes on, it kind of stays at that same level. If anything, it increases as the defense gets more tired. You saw those runs from the fourth quarter. Not a lot of running backs are going to be able to finish games like he does, especially in a big rivalry game. It's a high-scoring game. He's getting volume. He still does what he does, and I think the Seahawks made a good pick in that sense. Do you draft a running back in the second round after a horrible, horrible offseason with players wanting to leave, star players just leaving? I don't know, especially because of the positional value of drafting a running back that high. We've seen how it's gone in the past, but again, if you're talking best player available, I think the Seahawks did a really good job. And if that offensive line can figure their stuff out, I think he's going to have a great year in Seattle.